See what happens when you play with fire?
You get burned. Trust me.
What is going on, everybody? Anthony here, 6 Scale Mafia. We're on Mafia the Morning 56. It's been a little while. It has been a little while since I've done a morning show. And yeah, we're back. We're back. We're doing a morning. We're doing a morning, man. So I just wanted to say what's up to everybody in the chat, man. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday morning, my friends. See who's up in here this morning with us, man. It is a bit early for me on my house. Not too bad. It's like 11 o'clock my time, but either way, it's a bit early for me right now. 𝗕𝗘𝗥𝗖𝗙, what is up, man? What is good? I really want this. Dude, yeah, we're going to talk about it for sure, man. Terry's also, what's up, man? That's where the trouble began. That smile, that damn smile. Dude, that's awesome, bro. That is awesome. Pursuit of Awesomeness, AJ, what is up, my man? He says, woo, the damn is unplugged. Yeah, I just saw that AJ posted a video on his channel. I got to check that out a little bit later today, my man. Chris Grossman goes, well, let's go. Must be some serious shit to go so early. It's been a little while since I've done a morning show. I need to do more, but I've just been so busy, guys. So Movie Cannon, what is good, my man? Good morning, Mafia and fellow collectors. Good morning to you, my friend. Mike 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗖𝗎 as well. It's always nice to have Mike 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗖𝗎 in the chat, my man. Miles Dice Wolverine kills germs. That's funny, man. Image of the thumbnail looks more like Bradley Cooper. Yeah, I kind of played around with it. I was a little fun about it, man. Yomo, what's good, my man? His thumbnail's funny as hell. Thank you, dude. Thank you, my man. You go, I have dumbass hot toys. Well, we'll talk about it. Well, look, there's some things there. I don't know, man. Chewy's Bandolier also was up, my man. Good day, Mafia. Leo's show just finished. He told me to say, hey, hello. Shout out to Leo as well. Guys, if you didn't already watch his show, make sure to subscribe to 16 Scale Man on YouTube if you haven't already. My man CT in the house. What is up, brother? Real talk. Wolverine dressed better than all of you. He does. I mean, there's something to say about Wolverine. I mean, his attire is pretty snappy. I'm not gonna lie. Iron King, Wolverine. What is good, my man? Blitz as well, man. What is up, my friend? 16 Shape. Who cares? Let's talk about that animated series, Superman. Well, there's a time and place for that, my friend, and I think that's going to be Saturday night. So tune in then. I don't think I'm gonna talk about it today, to be honest with you, but it does look cool. It does look cool. Primetime Reviews, what's up, my man? Thanks for coming through as well, man. Rockabon Chris should have done this intro with the French music. Yeah, that would have been funny. I did that on Instagram, so as you know, but AJ Grusa, what's up, my man? What's up, friends? Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Eric as well is in the house. What's up, dude? I wanted Hugh Jackman. Hot Toys bringing some Heat 3 drops, more releases or new pre-orders. Let's see, my friend. Let's see. Let's see. Say what's up to a couple more people in the chat. We'll get right into this, man. Sean Breeze, what's up as well, my friend? Thank you. Alvin J as well. SB, what is up, my friend? Renz Talentino also in the house, man. Guys, wow, a lot of you guys here this morning, man. It's great, man. Clinton as well. What's up, my friend? Justin McFly. Thanks, brother. Thanks, my man. Always good to see Justin in here as well, my friend. What else we got in here? SN4K3 really want Battinson to drop now. I know, right? I know. We need to see that shit. We need to see that shit. It's got to be any day now, right? Any day. Whoa, Fettuccine, what's up, bro? How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing great, man. No Star Trek in this reel. No, because I have like a special Star Trek one that I'm working on, my man, which is going to be pretty cool, I think. Lewis Bits, what is up, my man? 14 Wellington as well. Force, my man. What's good, everyone, on this Whopper Wednesday? Yeah, those guys don't know, man, in the Discord. We like to get Whoppers on Wednesdays. I know we're crazy. It's pretty fun, though. DK, what's up, bro? I hope you're doing well, man. Says, good morning. Haven't been here in a while. I haven't seen you in a bit, man. You playing Call of Duty, I think, man. But I hope you're doing well, bro. Aaron collects. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, man? Thank you as well, man, for coming in this morning. Jerry, what's up? Been a while since I've been able to catch you live. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, man. I know usually I haven't done a lot of mornings lately, so Whopper, that is right. Whopper Wednesday, man. Whopper Wednesday checking in. Oh my God, you guys are freaking hilarious, man. Whole time it was our fault not catching it this whole time. Listen, we would talk about that shit. We are, my man. Jason, what's up, dude? 16 Salvo in the house. What is good, my man? Hope you're doing well, dude, this morning as well. Jose Hernandez as well. Everyone is enabling me to buy this Wolverine. Yeah, it looks, yeah, we'll talk about it, man. We can talk about it. So, OF Skywalker, next time you have Mondo on, can you talk about the Spider-Man, the animated series line? Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Mike Favela also in the house. What's up, my man? Never thought I'd be this excited to see 70s fashion. Dude, Don't sleep on 70s fashion, or 80s for that matter. 90s was good, but 80s, man. 80s is where it's at, man. Bob Dylan, my man, what is up, bro? Dude, my Whopper was Southwestern. Add onion rings and barbecue sauce. Look, any Whopper, if the name Whopper is in the fucking description of the burger, you're safe. You can get a Whopper Junior, a double Whopper, triple Whopper, Western Whopper, whatever the fuck, Whopper. As long as it's Whopper, man, on Whopper Wednesdays, my friends, acceptable. Indeed it is. So yeah, bro, let's fucking talk about this, man. I may have a guest come along. I may. So I've already put a poll in the chat, man. I wanted to know your guys' thoughts, man. Is anybody picking up Wolverine? Let me know. So far 58% are saying no. It's interesting. So I want to talk about this, though. I really do, because there are obviously some glaring situations here that I've seen rumbling this morning in the community. Let's bring up Sideshow first. I think let's bring up Sideshow first, because I think this is important historically to note, right? So last year or so, right, we all talked about this Wolverine dropped. The solicitation photos, which we're seeing here on Sideshow's site, dropped, and it was a pleasant surprise, right? It was a pleasant surprise. I was shocked to kind of see, Hot Toys come back, take a step back a little bit again, and kind of come out of the current wheelhouse of just Disney. And we can argue semantics that, Fox is now Disney, but to see that Wolverine was kind of like, that was Wolverine and RoboCop. It was like a kind of a back-to-back of sorts. I was like, wow, okay, cool. We're getting back to like these days, where we just got a lot of different IPs. So it was very refreshing to see, right? Highlighting, that they have a leather jacket this time around with this Wolverine as well is definitely a bonus. None of us really like leather. Even though leather is not impervious, right? Leather can still degrade and fall apart over time, but it'll be much less longer. So obviously, leather jacket is what's welcome. Of course, that's so cool, right? But the thing is, and this happens, and it's not a slight in any stretch, but sometimes the prototypes look better than the final product. And I think this is the case here with Wolverine, at least for me. Because these early solicitation photos, this was like real hype for me. I notice, and I know some other people have also pointed out, that his facial hair was much more prominent in the solicitation photos, as we can see here. I can't really zoom in. Sideshow's front end kind of, is difficult, but you can tell that he's got a much more prominent jawline and facial hair. And and I get that sometimes, right? Prototypes are sort of like a proof of concept of sorts. They're not always going to be exactly as solicited. But I think these initial photos that came out looked fantastic. I think they really looked fantastic. But then we see the photos today. And I think there's a stark difference. I really do. Now we bring this one up, right? We've got our blogger photos, and we could always say, oh, there's lighting, or it's the focal length, or what lens they're using, or this or that, which often it is a thing. It is, but I feel like this face looks a lot freaking different, man. This face looks a lot different. I think if I was to try to, again, this is kind of a weird angle. He's looking off, it's a little bit slightly to his right, in comparison to, say, another photo. But I think when I try to compare these shots, I just think the physical attributes are different. I feel like his face is kind of a little wider in the final product than our initial shots, right? Let me know, guys. I'm trying to keep up with chat too here, but let me know what you guys think, man. Am I tripping? Does it look exactly how it was solicited to you guys? And if so, is that an issue? Because that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, this does look a lot different. This is definitely Wolverine. So I don't know. Let me ask brother Cousins, man. What is up, Jay? How you doing, brother?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Having a great Wednesday morning, right? Got my nicotine and my caffeine. I'm ready to roll. Got Wolverine. Yeah, that all rhymes.
We got Wolverine.
I know.
I'm loving this Wolverine. But you know what? Just, it doesn't thwart my excitement from this morning, but Wolverine is a good figure. It is a good figure, and we know this is not the first time Hot Toys have made mistakes on the base. But I can overlook that. But it's funny. Like yesterday, we had a questionable. I think everybody was kind of divided yesterday on Cobb Vanth. With this one, I mean, it's not as sharp as the Proto in some ways, but I still think it looks great. I think it's definitely going to be one of these things once we get it in hand. That's when we see, we see review in hand reviews. Shout out to MRC, our guy out there. All the early reviewers. I got mine. Mine is on the way as well. Once we get it in hand, I think that's when we'll really be able to tell what the scope really looks like. But overall, I think they nailed this one. I think they knocked this one out the park 100%.
I respectfully disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Do tell.
Do tell. Reminds me of Omar from The Wire.
Right.
When he was robbing that.
Right.
Oh, fuck, man, I love The Wire. Okay, so.
Oh yeah.
Well, first, hey, DeLorean, what's up, my brother? Tap, hear that? That's the sound of collector's tab now. Scope looks fine. Looks like that's my hateful opinion. This is where I want to bring up. Let me note that I'm still getting this figure, by the way. However, you bring this up, and I brought this up yesterday as well on my show, Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people trashing Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
So let's keep up that same energy, guys, because I feel like if you're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
If you're saying, "Oh, Cobb Vanth don't look great," well, hold on a minute, guys. Then hold on, because Wolverine's not perfect either.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think from the neck down, I think this figure looks fantastic. I'll agree with you with that. He's got a lot of different display options.
Yeah.
Really freaking cool. Really cool. Totally a lot going for it. But the sculpt is definitely different. I mean, has it been a while since you've seen the originals?
Let me take a look at it. It has been a while since I've seen the original. It has been.
And that's not to slight him by any stretch, because there's and I said this earlier.
Yeah, that's sharp.
Earlier this morning I was like, listen, Jay, I've got every Back to the Future figure.
Absolutely.
I don't think Michael J. Fox really looks like Michael J. Fox in all 4 iterations of Back to the Future.
It's funny because
he's kind of there.
He's kind of there. He kind of is, and I think the strongest one would probably be the 2.0 Marty from the first movie. I think that's the closest. I spent we both been spending a lot of time with those figures as of recently, and yeah, I would totally agree. It's not there. It's there from the side profile, but dead on, it's not Michael J. Fox. This right here, this prototype, this is dead on Hugh Jackman right there.
So this one, remember when this dropped and we talked about it, we had shows.
Yep.
I was like, oh shit. So, and that's not to take away from it, but my point is that we often will get figures that may not quite nail that likeness, but they're still a good figure.
Right.
It's just, I really wanted to kind of stress that when I'm looking over at the original photos and then the prototype dropped, and that happens sometimes, or I'm sorry, when the final product drops, sometimes they're not. It maybe they're a little softer, but I feel like the dimensions himself, I mean, he is more slender here in the face. He's got a more prominent jawline, whereas I feel like with the final copy, and maybe I'm just tripping, but look at the difference. I mean,
that looks great. That looks great.
That, and then boom. Like, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, his face is much wider.
Yeah,
it is.
It just looks a little wider. And,
it looked like they went in Photoshop and they said, "It does." It does. And I'm sorry, my excitement. This one, I didn't notice that. I did not notice that. Yeah, his face is much wider. The sculpt is there. All the wrinkles and all that, even the way the beard is applied, it's there, but it just looks stretched for some reason.
Yeah, I think the proportions just seem, I don't know, someone's playing tricks on my eyes. That's kind of where I was going.
It's not a deal breaker for me, but yeah, it's not. And I've been saying it all year. Like this is a company that's been busting their ass on their head sculpts. They have been doing a great job on their head sculpts. But a lot of them that have come out of recent have been looked like the prototype or better. This one, yeah, now that I look at it, yeah, it just looks like it looks like all the things are there, but somehow when it went through production, it got I don't know, it got wider or something. Something happened
Is
with
that stretch in production? Like, I don't know.
Something happened. Not a deal breaker. I mean, my thing is this.
Certainly not a deal breaker.
Not a deal breaker. I mean, it would suck, and because I'm gonna get this in hand soon, it would suck if I compare this head sculpt to the head sculpt from the 2018 version, and that 2018 blows this out the water. That is gonna kind of suck because that sculpt is amazing. It holds up to this day. It still holds up to this day. But you're right. It's not as his head is a little wider. I don't know why
the proportions are just off somehow.
They are.
But we have that happen all the time. All the time. I have no doubt when this figure is in hand, it's still going to look great. It just makes me wonder. I'd be like, damn, this is a great figure. I wish it was the prototype figure they showed. You know what I mean? Like that's how I'm feeling because I just feel the face isn't quite there. But let me point something out to you guys real quick, man, because we were talking this morning, CT and I, and everybody in the Discord, and it is surprising, right, that he does not come with glasses. And he wore glasses quite often in the movie. And I thought, you know how certain figures, when you put the shades on, it just really kind of ties them together and they feel a little bit more.
Exactly.
You know, my Cobra figure, great figure, right? But I need to have his glasses on.
Yeah.
When I have his glasses on, I'm like, oh shit, that's Stallone for sure. And then when I take them off, his eyes look a little off to me, sort of. Yeah. You know. I feel like if they included glasses with this version, I think that would have been a little easier. I think, you know, does that make sense?
No, absolutely. And I mean, this was his look for a lot of that movie. I mean, you know, when he was gathering up the X-Men in the past. So that would have made perfect sense. I mean, this is one of those things that should have been like a nice little surprise that they would have just thrown in the box for us without even announcing, like, oh shit, he comes with glasses. The same way Yelena had like the headset. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't really advertised. When they did the solicitation for it. But then they just included it. I think they could have did that with this. Especially because the sculpt, I mean, obviously there was a wait for this figure, and probably because they were like trying to figure out, you know, what happened with the sculpt during the production. That could have been a reason why we waited so long for it. Now we both know, and we're both here going to get it. And I think a lot of people out there are still going to get it. I mean, especially when we see it in hand. But you're right. I missed that this morning. I ain't gonna lie. That's what happens when you stream, when you get on early.
No, that's okay. That's not a, you know, I just thinking about it, you know, it gave me some time to wake up, look at the things, kind of remember, look back at like when it dropped and what I said about it, you know, on my channel, and just kind of refreshing my brain. Cause you know how it goes. Like something gets dropped, you get excited. And then a year goes by, a year and a half goes by, and then it's finally here. And you kind of forget, you know, like, hey, wait a minute, you know? So exactly. And a toy box, it makes me wonder how Attack of the Clones Anakin will look. That proto was on point. Here's the thing though, right? Like it happens. Yeah. It doesn't happen often, but it happens where often, you know, the prototype images, the initial solicitations, they change. Yeah. In anything, not just Hot Toys. Like people, but usually people will go through revisions and revisions and revisions. Yep. For the better.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, and this would suck because this would piss a lot of people off, especially a lot of Wolverine fans, but you tend to see this type of stuff with like stuff that's kind of outside of their main properties, like, you know, Star Wars would be their main property. A lot of the Marvel, the Disney Marvel stuff, which I know this is now part of Disney, but it isn't at the same time. You don't see like it seems like they cut corners every now and then, especially when they have these, you know, when we have these holdups when we're waiting for all these figures to come out. Do you think that sometime this is kind of a thing that they do kind of by design? Like, hey, we know this figure needs to come out. We could push it back another 4 months, but we got to get it out now. Let's just get it out. It's Wolverine. Probably not that many people bought it or going to buy it like they're going to buy a Star Wars figure. So let's just get it out.
So
but
you think that maybe certain figures they just rush out? See, I don't know if I don't know if I believe that though. I mean, I get where you're saying where there's so many figures that need to come out, but then I feel like there's a negative connotation to that where as a consumer, you know, we would look at it as saying, oh, they didn't really care about that figure. Let's just get it out quickly. Who gives a shit? And I don't feel that. I don't feel that way. Truly, I think Hot Toys, you know, in general, 6-scale companies want to produce the best that they can do.
Absolutely.
You know, obviously, are there time crunches and restrictions? Yes, those could, you know, some things could slip through the cracks. You know, case in point, we'll talk about it a little bit later. You know, the Wolverine thing, but I don't think they were just like, yo, let's just throw this out. I mean, it's still Wolverine. It's Hugh Jackman. Love him or hate him, he's a very popular character and actor, you know, within the Fox universe. So no.
But do you also think, but you know, just, you know, I get that, but also do you think like when in a crunch production and getting out over 100 figures a year, if they went this far with the project and they could have been like, okay, this is good enough, people are going to buy it, it looks good enough, I could see them possibly doing that, you know. Maybe not. I mean,
it's just, but I don't think they would do it intentionally.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's kind of where I'm looking at it, because I mean, you know, Hot Toys, they're really the best at what they do.
Yep.
And that's not a Wolverine pun, but it almost became one. But they really are. They really are. I mean, Hot Toys really are the best. I mean, say what you will. I love in-art. I really love in-art. But I mean, Hot Toys, there have been 20 plus years of talented artists, sculptors, painters, marketers, businessmen. They know their shit. So, you know, it just comes to me that like, oh wow, this is a little different now. It looks different again, you know, from the original to the final product. Doesn't take away from it.
No.
It's just kind of like, that's a little bit unfortunate, you know. I really like their initial solicitation, you know. And I get sometimes they couldn't. And, you know, I will say, first of all, what's up, Monica? What's good, my bro? Anyone who thinks 1/6 companies use the same factory is a lot to learn. So some do, some don't. But there are, I mean, but to Rob's point here, is it? And I thought this earlier too. I was talking about this morning. I said, is it possible that they couldn't acquire the actors' rights, so they had to alter the head sculpt? I was thinking something like that with Ben Affleck. Remember how they're kind of like using the stunt double?
Yeah, that could have been a thing.
And I feel like it's a bit of a stretch because it still does look like Hugh Jackman.
That's still Hugh Jackman.
Does not look like fucking Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that was the stunt, man. That was definitely a right.
You know what I'm saying?
But with this, no, I just think this is just the way that it came out. I could still see Hugh Jackman in this. Yeah,
it's just slightly different. You know, and the reason I really wanted to talk about it was because of the seeming the backlash from yesterday with Cobb Vanth, and I was like, dude, Cobb Vanth looks great.
He's on the way. I think he looks awesome. He looks like an awesome cowboy to me. When you look at him dead on, it looks just. I think it's one of those sculpts that it's one of those things that has to be in your hand and under the right light. And if you're also, and it depends on how you're looking at it. When you're looking at Cobb, I'm talking about Cobb now. When you're looking at Cobb Vanth from certain angles, I'm like, I can see where they say Billy Bob Thornton. But then if you look at him dead on, I'm like, I can. It's not totally there, but I could see Timothy Olyphant in that. I could definitely see the way he was portrayed on that show. I can definitely see that.
Yeah. No,
that's me. That's
how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, I think the Cobb Vanth looked great. I think this Wolverine looks pretty good. I don't think he looks as good, obviously, as the original, but you know what I'm saying? I still think he looks good, just a little off. What really perplexes me over everything, as you guys know, man, is that, you know, the base is fucked up on the deluxe versions. I mean, I don't even know if I can see him in the sideshow images here. I don't really have a zoomed in photo, but everybody's probably already knows by now that you know, where's this at? Let me see if I can bring it up. They got to have it in here somewhere.
So is this coming, you know, was this, I guess what I'm trying to ask.
I'm on the wrong one.
Is this going to be the final, like, is this messed up in the final product?
Yeah. Like but here's the problem, right? Like, you can see it, you know, it's Wolverine. And here's the funny part, though. Here's the funny part, man. these were the shots that we saw a year and a half ago. None of us saw this.
None of us saw that.
Yeah,
wow.
None of us saw that. And I guess, granted, none of us work at Hot Toys, but none of us in the community. I didn't see one peep. I have not seen one peep from anybody in YouTube land, and Facebook land, and Reddit land, or on the Sideshow Freaks forums. I never saw anybody mention this. So
that's just as much as on us as it is on Hot Toys.
Well, I mean, to be fair, though, we don't work there.
Right. We don't work. It ain't our job to, you know, to do the translation.
It is an anomaly, isn't it, that nobody saw this?
That is funny.
You know,
we were so captivated with the figure. You know, that's what
we were.
It was so damn good.
We were.
You know, that was the last thing we were looking at was nameplate. And I think it's one of those things where it was like we looked at it and was like, oh yeah, they got it right. We took it for granted that they got it. Nobody was looking for that. We were looking at how awesome the figure was. But that is funny. That is that is funny.
Yeah, it's a little funny, right? I mean, just because, I mean, like, yeah, the base, they just misspelled it, Mike. It's Wolverine. And it's been that way since over a year ago. And then it got dropped and people are getting it in hand already. And the base is still that way. Now it's only for the deluxe versions. The regular edition, fucking the stand is okay. But it's still kind of like, you know, especially when you're, you know, whatchamacallit. What the hell is going on with the chat? My chat's being all funky. It's kind of weird though, because you would think you would have like QC people,
right?
So
how many hands has this thing has gone through?
Right, that's kind of where I'm like,
they need to definitely work on their. I mean, and maybe because I mean, to us, we think Hot Toys is like a big company. They have a lot of people working for them, but you would probably know they really don't, right? It's not that many.
Well, I honestly I don't know how many employees they have, but any more than one would be enough to somebody, hey, double check this. You know?
Yeah, because you look at those credits, there's a different group for the accessories, there's a different group for bases, there's a different group for clothing, there's a different group for head sculpts, bodies, you know what I'm saying? So one of those groups obviously dropped the ball. And I mean, but for me, I find it, you know, I know some people are like, man, what the hell, I paid all this money, you can't even get a nameplate right. For me, I'm a little more forgiving. I'm like, hey, it's more for me. I'm a little bit. I think it's funny. That's just me. I think it's more funny than anything.
What I think is funny is that nobody noticed it for over a year.
However,
I'm kind of in that boat though. I'm like, yo, we're dropping $300 on a figure.
You couldn't get your shit together.
You know, just as a consumer, it's just me.
I get that.
Me being me, I want everything to be as well. I mean, it was as solicited. I mean, like they fucking advertised it, Wolverine. So there's really nothing, you know.
Hey, it's not like having a $1,800 Ecto-1 and having the, you know, lopsided logo. It's not like that. That's
so there's definitely that, right? But I don't think it's, and I get it, it's funny, but maybe it's not funny to you when you have it displayed on your shelf and every time you look at it, it says Wolverine. You're gonna feel like, wait, what did I buy? Is this a knockoff? Or
that is true.
Just in your head.
That is true. And this is, I mean, there are knockoff Hot Toy figures out there, and it makes you kind of, hey, Shane. And it also, that would kind of make you question, like, what the hell, what are we doing here? So I get that portion of it as well. But this is also a company that uses old glue. How many accessories have I had to re-glue out of the package? And I mean, it gets to the point where it's like, am I really going to call Sideshow and let me fuck with this super glue and just go ahead and just do it? And I don't even think about it, you know? So for things like that, I'm me personally, I'm forgiving for, but I understand with the money with the coins that we drop on this shit, they need to come correct. They do. I totally agree with that too. But for me, it's like, if you knock out everything else, the nameplate, I'm a graphic designer. If I wanted to make a sticker and put it on there, I could. I probably would use the different base anyway, but that's me. But from the consumer point of view, no, I totally agree with you. 100%.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, right? Is that, and this happened before, you know, with the 501st Battalion. It was called like Battalion or something. They misspelled it. I mean, you know, so
that was a Star Wars character. Yep. So you're right. Yep.
Yeah. Now, exactly, man. No regrets, man. You guys know what we're talking about here. So at least it's not permanent though, right? At least it's not permanent because there are. I'm hearing. Well, shit, man. I'm changing shit up.
Hey.
I'm hearing rumblings that they may. Of course, that could just be a rumor, but that they may send out the correct plates to their distributors, and then the distributors can assist their customers.
So that means early adopters have a grail. Ooh.
Maybe.
Or just a shitty nameplate.
But again, at the end of the day, I don't think that's really a deal breaker, right? It's just you're like, damn, I kind of, let's get the name right, at least. But I mean, overall, guys, I think it still looks great. It's not the initial, and that's okay. But some angles, I mean, it still looks like an amazing piece. Like, I'm excited for it.
I'm totally excited for it. I can't wait to get this in hand. This is still like I always equate everything to wrestling. So this would be my SummerSlam main event figure right here of reviews. So definitely I'm getting this. I'm actually getting 2 of these. I got one coming from Sideshow. I got one coming from 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘. So yeah, this and that Kenobi Vader are the ones I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be like my WrestleMania.
Yeah. Wait, did you say Kenobi himself?
No, the Vader. Kenobi Vader.
Yeah. Vader got pushed back again, as we know, right? Mine got delayed again.
I got again? Oh wow.
And yeah, well, so because the initial Sideshow estimate was October to March.
Gotcha.
So in September, I had an email saying that my Vader was going to be delayed till November. Then in October, or whatever the case was, I got it again, and now it said it was delayed till December. So I've gotten 2 delay emails.
Oh wow!
But Sideshow's projected again was March, October to March. So
right,
whatever, right? It's just the way Sideshow does it is the way they start it. They go by their first projected month. So if you're on a payment plan, they calculate your payment plan to end at the first projected month.
Exactly.
Which was October. So mine's technically paid off, other than I think 60 or 7, whatever. It was like the last payment.
The last payment, yeah.
Right. So because I started getting charged in the summer, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, already? And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh, look, the way they do it is that it will be paid off by their first months of their projected release. So it could still go till March or even later if it gets delayed, right?
That's right.
So I'm not worried about it. When it gets here, it gets here.
Exactly.
That's the name of the game.
But the real question is, when will it be here? It could be. Sometimes since over the last a year or so, a couple years ago now, it seems like Sideshow's been getting things a little faster. It used to be 3 months. Who knows? They could probably. Kenobi Vader could, I'm not saying it will, but it could be released tomorrow or a week from now, and people won't probably get it in hand until February. That could happen. It hasn't happened like that recently. I think the longest now it's been like a month. I know some people are still waiting for I know I talked to Ray yesterday, and they're just now getting stores are just now getting Peacemaker and some are
delayed even until after Christmas.
Exactly.
I mean, it just is what it is. Shipping is crazy. Shipping, in general.
Yeah.
And who knows? But Shane's right, man. If Hinard did this and released a Randolph.
People with shit kittens.
Dead, bro.
People with shit kittens if they did.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Randolph.
You are not wrong, man. I don't need a Randolph the Gray. Yeah. So, I get it. I see a lot of you guys in the chat, man. Yeah. It's, you're like, hey, I'm paying that kind of money.
Yeah.
Totally understandable.
Absolutely.
I think if they're going to, and again, I don't know, but if Hot Toys says, you know what, hey, we're going to print out a bunch of correct plates for those who ordered the deluxe version, because it's okay in the standard, and give it to people, give it to Sideshow, give it to the retailers, and then you guys can, because they kind of did that with the Tony Stark. Remember that? The Mark 85, they did the updated head sculpt. But that turned into a convoluted mess because Sideshow's like, well, you got to email us back, and then we'll go ahead and send you a head sculpt, but you need to send us the old head sculpt back, and then every actual package that Sideshow has that they ship now, if you were to go buy a Mark 85 clean, you're still going to get the old You know what I mean? It was just a big mess. It's already packaged, and so if they do that, I think that goes a long way for customer.
It would be nice if they said for everybody that got a a messed up nameplate, we're going to give you some we're going to give you an extra, we're going to give you another accessory, we're going to give you some glasses. If they were to do something like that, I know they wouldn't, but that would just be cool. I think a lot of people would go for that, like, well, shit, I get an extra accessory, why not? I'll take a jacket name.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, there's a couple of companies that have already done that too. Remember, I forget who, forgive me guys, but there's been ones out there where like, oh hey, you know what, we're going to send you this no cost. Everybody's getting updated, or I think 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 did it. I know a couple people.
Oh wow, okay.
So that'd be cool. That would be cool. Again, it's not a deal breaker, right? But he says, you're like, oh shit, it says Wolverine. But that's if you get the deluxe. And I don't honestly, dude, like, I might just get the standard.
Really?
Yeah, I might just get the standard, and not because look, the base is. And hear me out. I might. I'm not sure yet, but I don't have a lot of space, dude, and I got a lot of figures, and it's kind of nice when you just have a little bit of a standard base because it's not as wide as of a footprint when I have like multiples in like one kind of shelf. So I don't necessarily know yet, because I was thinking about that earlier this morning. Because I'll just pick it up. I didn't pre-order it, so I was there's, again, guys, you guys, other shops out there that you can procure figures from. So in this case, I didn't pre-order, so
gotcha.
I'm just debating whether or not I want the larger base. I think it looks great. I think the base does look great, but
I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you should get it. Even if you don't use that base, you could use that part. You could use that like damaged wall for other stuff. You can use that for your Terminator collection. You can use that for Cobra. You know what I'm saying? You can use it. You can part it out. You don't have to use that base. I think you should go for it.
That's also true. I mean, from a photo standpoint, it's nice. It's another prop of sorts for photography, but yeah, it's a little tough, man.
But I understand what you're saying, because the way they're doing these figures now, even the sizes of the bases. Personally, I'm weird. I wish they go back to the standard little doll base we used to get with in the older.
You like the little oval?
I love it, especially like when you know what I'm saying. Like when you would, especially like with doing like the Back to the Future figures and stuff. You want them to be just leveled, you know what I'm saying? On, especially standing next to the, to the vehicles and all that stuff. So it's good for that.
Can I go ahead, since we're just briefly on this, man? Can I talk about this base? Because I just got my Crow Customs bases. Did you see these yet, Jay? I don't think I showed you.
Dude, I think you showed it to me in the chat. You got those? Oh,
yep,
man.
I got them all in the last night. They're really awesome, dude. So shout out to Crow Customs, guys. I'm gonna put a link in the chat later or the description, man, on his Facebook. But man, dude makes so many cool custom stands as well. And I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. And it's hard to show it right now.
Those look amazing.
But the way he makes these bases, bro, I just wanted to show, like, so you've got this connector that can slip through on the acrylic, and then you can pose it however you want.
Wow.
And he put them on like the side. You see where the hole is?
Got you. That makes sense.
Yeah. So like when you adjust it how you want, the left leg naturally kind of covers that up, man. And it's fucking brilliant, man. So
that is awesome. Kudos, I need those bases, because if everybody out there that has those figures, man, the standard bases that comes with those figures are shit. They are horrible. Horrible bases. I
mean, look, I love the figures, but yeah, Blitzway just did not do a service at all with those stands.
And when you put them together, you'll think they'll be cool. Like, oh, these look kind of cool, but then when you try to get
people were making a joke about it. I think it was Hector or CT. How many times they hear me yelling in the Discord because I dropped my Ghostbusters, because the damn stand, like, I moving something and I'm like, throw these fucking things away. So shout out, dude, he's awesome, man. So Pop Culture, man, what is up, man? What is up, dude? Costa's in the house, man.
What's up, Costa? What's up?
So that's kind of where I'm at. I like that low profile sort of stands, since we're on the topic of stands. It just it really depends. Thanks, Bob Dylan, man, dropping the link in the chat here. This is Instagram, Crow Customs Instagram. Check him out, my man. Let him know, man, that I showed you, because he's cool, man. I was really impressed, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get these. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, he already has my business, because I need those stands.
And then Seth does great work too, as well, man. In the States, man. Blue Ridge Customs. I mean, he's my dude, man. He did the DeLorean stand for me.
Nice.
Super cool. A lot
Yeah.
of people bought that. You know, I like that. I like things that just make quality of life. You know,
Yes.
just better for a collector experience. I'm like, this is how it should be. You know, because those Blitzway, you know, man, they were just like,
Shit.
they were
I don't know what they were
atrocious,
thinking.
man. Yeah, they
Don't know
were
what they were
fucked.
thinking.
So,
No.
but yeah, guys, I want to take a look in the dude. So 62%, we got 106, 118 votes, 119, 120.
Whoa.
Man, my votes are pouring in. 120 votes, man. 61% no to Wolverine.
Damn, I didn't really 61. Damn.
Yeah, but I wanted to bring up another point though, man. And remember, I talked about this months ago, man. When Insomniac Games announced that they were doing a Wolverine game.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit, because those are the same folks that gave us Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. And we got 10 Spider-Mans from the first game from Hot Toys. We're just starting the Spider-Man 2 line from Hot Toys. So I really firmly believe as well, if you are a fan of Wolverine, as I am, I'm more comic oriented, but I feel, and it's going to be a couple years away, 2-3 years at least.
Yeah.
But I feel like Hot Toys is going to give us, brown classic suit, blue, gray, blue and yellow,
astonishing suit,
another blue and yellow, astonishing fucking Weapon X,
Weapon X, all that,
Old Man Logan,
new X-Men, old X-Men, Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, so I don't know. They could very well now. Those suits could be in the game. Is Hot Toys going to make all of them? No, but they're going to make more. They're going to make more than one. So I feel like.
And then I think a lot of people also waiting for the Deadpool 3 version as well. That's what everybody's waiting for.
Yep, and you got Deadpool 3. Yeah, absolutely. So, that would be fucking dude. Yeah, man. So we'll see. Yeah, bro, Jose, dude. Yeah, exactly, man. You did, and he's such a cool dude, man. So it's freaking awesome, man. But yeah, they're gonna have a lot of Wolverine. So if this isn't your cup of tea, totally get it. You're gonna get a Deadpool 3. You're gonna get a Wolverine video game 1. I'm almost sure you're going to get that Deadpool 3 Wolverine. But it's not to take away from it at all, man. Before I wrap on this Wolverine, because there's just one or two things I wanted to talk about. But, dude, figure's badass. At the end of the day, this figure's great.
It's a great figure.
Because you have so many different kind of viewing, hell's the word I'm looking for? My brain is like fried right now.
Different styling options.
You can have them with the jacket, you can have them with the outfit jacket, you can have them with just the black shirt instead of, the patterned kind of, what are these, peacocks? I don't know. You know what I mean?
And this takes it, and this is why I love this figure, because it kind of reminds me of the Hot Toys of old. That's what they used to do. Like, this is minus rolling eyes. This is what a DX used to be in a way. It was different outfits. It was different, base accessories and stuff like that. So this is damn near DX minus the rolling eyes, especially in today's standards of what DX, was or is.
For sure. Yeah.
But this is old Hot Toys right here. We kind of seen them. We've seen them play around with this because they've done this with Miles as well. But Into the Spider-Verse Miles, he had different outfits, different.
Yeah, whole three different head sculpts, 3 different outfits. That Miles is loaded, bro.
Yes.
Into the Spider-Verse Miles, yeah. So I was telling people earlier this morning, I bought a second body. Yeah. Just the body, no hands, no head, no feet. Just so I could, because he came with so much stuff. Well, no, he has the feet, but no hands, no head. Just because just so many different display options with him. So,
and this is what I call exactly. And this is what I call a figure, because let's face it, some figures that we get, you put them in one pose, they look great, and some of them have been 10. A lot of these figures are 10s. You put them in one pose, they just look great. They just are. Oh yeah. But I call them boring figures. You know what I'm saying? Because they look great, but it can still be kind of boring. This one right here, you're gonna have a lot of fun with. You're gonna have a lot of fun posing it, changing the clothes, changing the outfits. Look at all this. I mean, just look at that right there.
And here's the thing, because I was going through these this morning, and there are a couple of photos where you're just like, that works. Like that angle right there. I'm like, what? That works. So
that works.
And it's not to blow it out of proportion. It's just kind of stating, facts. The prototype looks different.
It does.
That's it. I don't think this looks necessarily worse, but it's just different. Something's weird about it. But looking at certain angles, not only in camera, viewing angle, but just, tilting the head a certain angle as well, right? Just how can you capture that likeness? I mean, it's, again, we talk about it. We got a lot of figures that aren't quite there, but you know who they are.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
CT said something. He's like, yo, if this dude came and beat the shit out of you and you had to report it to the cops, how would you describe him? He'd be like, he looked like fucking Hugh Jackman. I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, you know,
I love CT. Oh my God.
You know,
he ain't wrong.
Yeah, he ain't wrong. So no, it still totally looks like him. It just looks a little different. It just looks a little different. So
right.
Yeah, that shit was fucking funny, man. But there are a couple of quick things I did want to bring up, though, guys. Man, 150 in the chat, man. Let's hit that like button.
Hey,
Subscribe if you're new to the channel, man. Subscribe to Jay if you haven't. I'll put Jay's link in the description below if you have not already. But I do kind of want to bring this up too, man, because on a lighter note, InArt showed off this Christian Bale.
Oh, wow.
On Instagram. I don't know if you saw this yet, Jay.
I did not. This is news to me.
Yeah, so they said stay tuned, and just a couple little angles. It was a live video. You know, it was just a short live video of them rotating the sculpt, but just a couple screen caps here. Interesting. I mean, obviously, you know, Bale's not my jam, but that's cool because what did we already have? We have a Heath Ledger Joker. So, you know, from InArt. So I think that was cool, man. I don't know how many people saw this. So obviously I know you haven't, so there may be others out there who have not seen this. So stay tuned. InArt is working on Dark Knight Trilogy Batman. I don't know if it's Begins or Dark Knight. I don't know. Well,
I know they gave us they showed us, a couple months back, they showed us the 12 scale version of this, which I was like, why are they doing 12 scale figures? And I think that figure had a little bit of scrutiny because a lot of people I don't think a lot of people were happy with it. And it was just, granted, it was just a prototype, but I already knew. I'm like, if they're doing a 12 scale version, come on, they're going to do a 1/6 scale version. They already have a Joker out there, so they need to pair him up. Personally, I think the DX19 is fine. So me personally, I'm not looking. I'm not gonna say I'm not looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to any release, definitely to talk about it, and just to look at it. But I don't think this is something that I would get. But once we see the full,
you never know, right?
You never know.
Maybe
eating these words, man, like shit.
That's fair because we don't know. It's super early. Polo, man, let me know, man, if you can, my dude. Super annoying of InArt to put this out. Can you clarify? Just from your experience, your opinion of why is annoying? Is it because you already have a Hot Toys one and it's like, damn it? Or I'm just curious what you mean by that. I'm not trying to put you on blast, but I'm genuinely wondering because I'm not really a fan of Bale, but maybe I felt like if I did get one already and then InArt does one, I'm like, damn it. If that's what you mean, like maybe you would have gone that route, or is it annoying because you're tired of seeing Bale or the Dark Knight? Because there's a lot of that as well going around.
I find it annoying that J&D is making another, and I don't know if it's, I may be wrong. I don't want to put phony shit out there, but I may be wrong. But I did hear through the grapevine that J&D was they're doing a 1/6 scale version of the Heath Ledger Joker, and it's going to be another purple coat Joker.
Well, here's the thing, and I've heard that. And I don't know if it's accurate, but there were some whisperings that J&D was taking consideration of the community's feedback, and that maybe they're not gonna do the Joker.
Okay,
I was hearing something like that, but I don't know.
Again, or at least do the Nurse Joker, which I don't know why people would.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure. Yeah. Paul says no, it's because of the backlog. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I was not sure. That's good to clarify. So I don't know, but Legolas T's next. One can dream, dude. I know. I just tell me, man. Give me my Aragorn. Drop that Legolas. Give me the Hobbits. Give me Gimli. Give me Boromir. Give me the Fellowship, dude. That's what I want.
I cannot wait for those figures. I can't wait to get those. I can't wait to get that Gandalf in hand. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It is great, man.
I gotta give you your flowers on air, dude. You did your damn thing with that review. That is one of the best reviews I've seen on that figure. It looks, dude, you did your shit. You worked your magic on that.
Well, thank you, my man.
Great work on that. Just from one professional to another, great work on that. Really great, a really stellar review. Really, good,
I appreciate it. Well, I really wanted to kind of showcase, and no disrespect to anybody else who did reviews. I just felt like I really wanted to showcase the figure, and you know, I didn't quite see that off a lot. And I wanted to just be like, you know, let me get in here, let me really show the head sculpt, because it's fantastic. How easy it is to, you know, out of the box, like minimal futzing at all whatsoever. The hair was perfectly dressed, the hat was already perfectly molded. To show like how easy it is if you want to manipulate the hat with the wire. Like I wanted to just
even like what you did with the hair and everything was, I mean, like,
yeah, kind of instructional, because I'm so used to making instructional videos.
Exactly.
Kind of comes through where I'm like, hey, there's certain ways that you can manipulate and with relative ease, and you know, but yeah, that figure is fantastic. That figure's fantastic, man. So I appreciate that, man. I really wanted to,
Absolutely.
yeah, dude. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Bob Dylan says J&D should do John Wick from chapter 1 or 3.
I would love it.
Change my mind. I'm not going to change your mind. I don't think anybody can change your mind when it comes to John Wick. So
for real.
I mean, Bob Dylan's, he's got the coolest coolest John Wick display ever. So
absolutely.
J&D should do the Terminator. Yeah. So well, here's the thing, guys. I could have been drinking, but was it mentioned 160? So you know what? I talked about that last night on my show. I think maybe that's where you heard it. I was like, is it possible, right? Because J&D just did, you know, Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, the you know, both versions, him and his father, in 3rd scale, and that begs the question. Then, so they have the license, so can they do 6 scale? I was like, I'm done, bro. Like if J&D gives me a 6 scale Indy, that's it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out if it's 1,000. I don't know if that means I'm part of the problem, because if they were like, yo, it's $1,000 for the 6 scale figure, I'm gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
Figure it out, because that would be
those damn statues,
insane, bro. So you know, but I will say, speaking of them, right? I did have again, I don't know if you saw this. So I'm assuming that this is indeed, I could be wrong. So you know, just me thinking, but this is J&D. Breaking news, coming soon in 8 hours. They are premiering something. Their last talk really was about 6 scale, right? How they hinted heavily that it was going to be the Joker. They're talking about 6 scale, so I think this is breaking news. They don't really say. I tried looking like through their description here, but they don't mention 6 scale or thirds. They don't mention a scale of any kind here. So I don't know what this means per se, but we're gonna find out in 8 hours. This could be their first announcement officially in 6 scale. I don't know.
You know what? I remember they came out about 2 years, same time when NR came out, and we were hearing all these things about what these companies were going to do, and we didn't hear anything. It was radio silence from J&D, which made a lot of sense, because they was baking, as I like to say, they were baking a cake. They were baking a cake for us, you know. So it's going to be interesting to see what they come with. But I know when it comes to J&D, a lot of people are kind of like scared of J&D, to say the least. Even I'm scared of J&D because of the prices, not just of the prices, not just because of the prices, but the exclusivity of it and chasing down stuff. And it's hard enough. I mean, you know, Hot Toys got us this year with this whole artisan line, and even though it's fun and it's exciting and brings a wanted excitement into the community, it's still kind of stressful. So if you know, my thing is, buying collectibles shouldn't be stressful. That's the only problems that I have with J&D. But we don't know what they're going to do. So, you know, at this point, we're just speculating.
We don't know yet. You're right about that, though. You know, buying should not be stressful. Neither should collecting in general. This hobby, you know, should just be fun. You know, I don't want to like come in here and be upset and be negative, and like, this is a fun hobby, bro. Like, yeah, we can poke fun here and there things and have a laugh, but to like come in and be like, just so exhausting, bro, being fucking negative all the time, you know what I mean? It's like, then you're in the wrong hobby, bro. You know, you're in the wrong hobby. I think this is some of the best stuff that we've ever had. You know, growing up, and we're not like super old, but you know, growing up in the 80s and the 90s compared to what we had then to what we're getting now all across the board. I mean, it's fucking great, man. Any which way you go, there's seemingly something for everybody. Now, not every single thing is going to get made, but there's a lot being made from multiple fucking companies, and I think they're all looking fantastic, dude. So I'm like, this is the time, man. This is the time right now.
I remember as a kid in the 80s dreaming of having actual Ghostbuster equipment, of wearing the actual jumpsuit. I remember having vivid dreams at like 6 years old. I remember I had a dream I had the jumpsuit and I had the proton pack, and I woke up and I was like, oh, it's just a dream. And and to now have that dream come true, that have some of those items, it's just, and they look screen accurate, not a big old big old piece of blue plastic like we all had back in the day. Even though that was charming and shares a place in our hearts and our memories, it's nothing like having the actual shit you see on screen. So that this is a dream come true. It's a great time to be alive, and a great time to be a collector and able to collect this stuff. And I think sometimes we lose track of that. We get into the whole thing of the bad thing about this hobby is, the good and bad thing is, it gives us stuff to look forward to, but it also gives us stuff to look forward to, meaning that you're constantly not appreciating what's in front of you or what's behind you. You're looking, I got to get this next one. I got to get this next one. I got to get this next one. Pre-order this, pre-order that. So I find it, even this little lull we had back, for the last 2 months, nothing really has come out. We still got releases, but nothing, in my opinion, that was significant. It did allow me personally a time just to sit back and appreciate what I had. You know what I'm saying? So I think, that's something that
that's kind of what I think, is, I think people need to sometimes step back and take, and gain perspective of sorts, right? Where not every figure you're going to buy. We're not all buying every figure. Like you said, there's some lulls. Maybe you're not buying, Gilgamesh. Maybe you're not buying Cobb Vanth. Maybe you're not buying the Mark III, 2. Maybe you're not doing those things, right? But that doesn't mean that you can be like, oh my God, they're fucking not giving me what I want. There's a sense of entitlement that I feel like if you just step back a little bit and say, hey, listen, something's coming that you do want, right? Because those 3 figures, for example, are some that people do want. So you're going to get your turn as well. I never feel like, oh man, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Like, I'm not going to stress over that shit. When they drop something I like, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, is this already hard as it is, man? I mean, it's you're just struggling trying to collect. I mean, shit's expensive. Yes. There's figures coming from every which way, from different companies to different IPs. So it's like, you got vehicles, right? Dioramas, whatever you're getting, like, display cases. I mean, I mean, if you have like Moduspace cases on order, or you're building garage racks, or you're trying to fucking hunt down DTOFs, or buying lights, or much less paying rent, paying your insurance, your groceries, your phone bill, your internet, so I'm cool, man. When you drop something that I like, I'll pick it up, man. And to not necessarily go all nuts on it. Like, there's no everything. I think for the most part, everything is great, man. Everything looks good, man. I don't even for the Hot Toys, man, even if Hot Toys is worst, it's still damn good. It's still damn good. So
I agree.
I don't know. Don't forget about that, right, dude? Attack of the Clones drops, man. You guys are screwed with a like 9 figures. Just last year, 9 figures were announced. Couple already came out, right? You got the shinies, you got the clone pilot, you got the battle droids, you got
Anakin and Padme are right around the corner. Remember, I think that's March.
Yeah, and then you got Mace Windu. I mean, a lot, right? And prior to that, we already got Dooku, we got Django earlier last year, or the year before, late 2021. We got Yoda. So if you're collecting that line, it's a lot. Then you got the Spider-Man line, all the Spider heads out there collecting No Way Home. Not to mention anybody who had been and still is collecting Endgame, because that shit ain't done yet either, man. We're getting Artisan Scarlet Witch from Endgame. So just when we thought Endgame was over, right? We're like, okay, where's Loki? So I could just finish my damn Endgame. A lot of people were like, oh no.
And they're gonna get us again. I mean, I'm sure next year we're gonna wake up and they're gonna be like, Artisan Black Widow, and then I'm gonna be like, fuck, here we go again. Here we go. And that can go either they can go 2 directions with that. You can give us an Endgame Black Widow, Artisan Black Widow, or an Avengers 2012 Endgame Black Widow.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
and I would
Yeah.
lose my shit for that, because that particular figure needs to be updated. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And yeah, of course, Toby, right? The and then the final end of movie suit is I mean, we got a lot of comment with like Dead Strange. You know, we were saying yesterday, where's Wolverine? Well, okay, now he's here, but like Dead Strange, Reva,
Bro,
I mean, there's a lot.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get Dead Strange tonight. I think we're either going to get Dead Strange. They're going to. This is my predictions, because I was close yesterday. I was real close. I said Buzz Lightyear, and I said that just in jest, just to be like an ass.
Sure.
But I really think we're going to get something like maybe a Buzz Lightyear this week in Dead Strange. I really feel Dead Strange. I really think Dead Strange
Buzz
is right
Lightyear.
around.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I forgot about that figure, bro.
Everybody did. I think even Hot Toys did.
I'm not gonna lie. only because like I have zero interest in the figure, so it just it escapes my brain. I'm just like, oh, there's what? You know, totally forgot about that. So Dead Strange, on the other hand, yeah, let's go. I've been waiting. You know me. I got both zombies when they drop.
I can't wait to see all that.
Oh,
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see you get that. I'm not getting that one, but I can't wait to see you with that.
Like, nobody's getting that one. This is how I've been feeling. You know, let me try to load the other one here. This is how I've been feeling. Like, you guys remember when they dropped Mysterio's Illusion Iron Man, and I was like, yeah, dude. Everybody's like, what? I'm like, dude,
that's a dope figure. That's a good figure, and it's on sale now.
It's on sale now, right? But then they dropped Zombie Deadpool, and I was like, dude, and everybody's like, ugh. I'm like, come on, man, am I alone? Am I alone here? So now the Dead Strange, even though they're all different IPs, they all fit together to me. It's giving me my Marvel zombies. So I was like, this again goes back to what I was saying earlier. There's something for everybody, man. It may not be your cup of tea, but something else is gonna come around. And you're gonna be
I wish I sold my Michael Jackson to you, because then you could have had the zombie Gorilla Michael Jackson to have them all go together. That shit, I don't know. That just would have been dope to see all of them together.
That would have been cool. You know, Morbius might have been cool to do too. I'm still considering that, even though he's not a zombie, he can kind of fit in there with the horror. Scene, you know,
I'm surprised we haven't got that figure. That figure should have been,
yeah. Well, again, there's some things that we're still waiting for, but again, patience, man. Patience. Dude, would you get a J&D Terminator? Yeah, hell yeah. 6 scale, dude. I'm still waiting for InArt, man, to do one. I'm like,
I would have to figure that out. I would definitely have to figure that out. I need them Terminator, them damn Prime 1 Terminator statues right there are calling to me in a big way. But I know the money and the space is just, I can't. I just can't.
No, I want them, dude, but like, fuck, man. There's no way I can get those. Like, I want them, but they're just massive. They're massive. So it's very difficult, man, because there's things that we absolutely love, and then you see it and you're like, man, I wish I could, get this. And you just can't, man. They're too massive for me, as much as I'd like to, get them. But yeah, it's really tough, man. I wanted to see here, Deputy. Yeah, it sucks we never got them to put that zombie cap for pre-order from the What If. And that really bothers me because remember they did this. I mean, I could bring it up, man. This was spectacular last year. Remember? I was like, oh, dude, Sideshow's showing it off. And they've done this before. They showed off Nightwing from the Arkham games.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the first time they've done this, but I feel like, hey, okay, you're giving us a 2-minute, deal here.
I think this line is suffering because they didn't give us this. I don't understand why they just should have gave us this to go with that line. And that one line is still widely available.
Yeah, well, here's the thing though, in pop culture, man, Costa brings up a good point, right? Because season 2 comes out in December. Maybe they're gonna do this, and I don't know if it's confirmed, but I believe they said they're gonna make a Marvel Zombies cartoon as well.
That's probably why they're waiting. Yeah, they did. Yeah,
be waiting on this.
Yeah, that's right.
This definitely has that animated feel, like the What If figures that we have. What? I'll take it. I'll take it. This could fit. You know what I mean? This could fit with my other zombie stuff. So, but I mean, remember last year this dropped. I did a show on. I was like, dude. Yeah, because prior to this, remember we just saw pictures at a convention overseas, and I was like, oh look, because they showed off, Steve Rogers and the 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧, and then you saw the zombie Cap sitting over there, and you're like, oh, this is freaking sweet, man. But nothing. So it's kind of a bummer, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up since we were on topic of that. So that could happen, though. That could happen.
Absolutely.
And I'm down for it. I just want a cool ass Marvel Zombies display, bro.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Horrored out and like, because I mean, I still have all my originals and my signed ones, my graded. You know, I'm a huge Marvel Zombies fan, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, man. But hey, listen, guys. I think we'll probably keep it short, man. We're just a little over an hour. I just kind of want to do a morning thing. I know general consensus. Let me look at the polls in the chat before I end them because I still do have this up. 138 votes so far, guys. If you guys want to, I'll leave it up for just a couple more minutes. Cast your votes if you wouldn't mind, just because I'm just trying to, kind of gauge community here. Just what do you guys think?
I thought more people were going to want that Wolverine, but it makes sense. It does make sense because I think a lot of people, I mean, what you said about 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗢𝗠𝗘, they're going to go crazy with the Wolverine license. And then, come on, with the Deadpool 3 movie, we're going to get a new Deadpool. That costume that we're seeing in the pictures, we know that's not the whole costume. You know what I'm saying? He probably does some cool shit where he rips the sleeves off and shit. So, you're going to get at least 2 different looks in that one movie. So I can see, and I think some people, they want that adamantium and not the bone. But for the people that have the original Days of Future Past, I mean, this one, I love the 7. It's something about figures that are tailored with clothes, with clothing and cloth and suits and stuff like. They just call to me more than like your Iron Man. And don't get me wrong, I love Iron Man and stuff. And like your more robotic suit or armor type. I love figures that are actually suits that wear clothes because you really get to see the fine cut, the tailoring. That's why throwing it to you, X06 is appealing to me. I love how the tailoring, all that. I think that's where, especially with when Hot Toys does it, that's like what set them apart from like your sideshow figures from back in the day and whatnot.
Oh, totally. And I'm in agreement with you. I think now I do like Iron Man's, but I know so do you. That's not the point you're trying to make. It's that when you see characters that are very nicely tailored, multiple layers of clothing, multiple colors, it lends. I think it lends to us as humans, right? We look at something like that and it looks more natural, looks more realistic, especially if you can get the gravity. That's something that's really important that I think a lot of people overlook sometimes with figures, especially fabric figures, is, these clothings are in 6 scale. They're very taut, you need to kind of like bring them down. They lose their sense of gravity.
That's right.
You really do. Like, especially like with like certain robes, if you can pull them down, maybe use like some blue tack or something to kind of like crimp them down a little bit, keep them, then all of a sudden your figure looks like 10 times better because you're like, oh, that looks natural. Like it's hanging, it's draping the proper way. Maybe it's pleated in the back. Like, of course it takes a lot of time to get that kind of pose, but there's something to be said about like a lot of fabric on figures. If you can get it right, it looks so much more natural.
It's not that the clothes is on the figure, but the figure is wearing the clothes. And that's what it is. They're actually wearing it. It's hanging, like you said, that gravity, that balance. And I mean, yeah. And that's what I love seeing that. When I see that, I'm just a sucker for it.
Same, dude. Mario, dude, what is up, my man?
Hey.
Brother Mario in the house, just waking up. What happened, man? Hopefully you're feeling better. I'm guessing that means you didn't go to work, unless you're waking up at your desk for a nap. I hope you're feeling better, bro. I know. You haven't been feeling it. Get well, man, in the chat for Mario. I know he wasn't feeling too good yesterday.
Yeah, saw that.
I hope you're feeling good, brother. Nothing much happened. I mean, Wolverine's looks different, and his nameplate is spelled wrong, but it's been spelled wrong since they announced it a year and a half ago, so whatever.
And we all missed that shit. That
We
is
all missed it.
funny. That is funny.
Yeah. Thank
How
goodness
many YouTubers is it? How many of us?
I look, nobody, even Sideshow missed it. No, everybody missed
even
it.
Sideshow, man.
You know what happened is they turned on the fucking LHC again to create another microscopic black worm, black hole wormhole, right? That's what happened. Something like glitched out, and we're all like, something's going on here. Something's going on here. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can talk shop a little bit more if you want, or if we want to rap, we can rap. I mean, was mostly Wolverine and expectations, but
yeah, I gotta go in about 10 minutes, but yeah, man, it's been great.
Okay.
It's been great talking.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, guys. I'm gonna probably end the poll then in just a moment. We're 145 votes. Can we get to 150 votes? Please. And hey, can we get to 100 likes real quick? Is that possible, guys? We got 75 likes, maybe 75 likes, 150 in the chat. Just get that to 100, man. It does help, man. YouTube don't like me, so that's usually how it works, man. It really helps push. It does. So sometimes you're being a little real, but I appreciate it, guys. And then I'll end the poll here in just a few, man. We'll get like 5 more votes and then just round it off. But what else is going on for you, man? I mean, you've got your show, I think Thursday, right?
Yeah, best of the best tomorrow. Yeah, gonna be talking about a lot of good stuff. I mean, a lot. It's been a big week. I mean, we can even talk about baby Groot, which I didn't care too much about. I know a lot.
What's up with that, guys? You guys, look, I love it. I love it because I don't do it often, really. It's kind of rare. But I know with you, with Lael, a couple other folks, I mean, it's like clockwork to me. I'm like, oh, look, I'm going to go tune in real quick, see what's up. I know they're going to be talking about this figure. Fucking crickets, man. What's up with Groot? Nobody talked about Groot.
No love for Groot. I literally I think I'm going to make it. I have a video. I have to make this video where on the days when stuff comes out I don't want to talk about, where I just wake up in bed, look at my phone, just roll over.
I laughed. I already called it. I was like, no one's gonna talk about Groot, and then like nothing happened. And
nothing.
I was like,
crickets. I was waiting. I was like, damn, nobody.
But there are
Joey?
look,
Nobody.
I am Groot. OG fan is we are not Groot. But Justin's like, hey, I'm excited for Baby Groot. So there are some. That was my point. There are some people that are into it. So
I should do it for those. I should have been better. But I woke up. I was waking up thinking, I was like, oh, it's gonna be the bad cycle. It's gonna be. I'm like, oh, come on. And that's another weird thing. Why
we can round off the show with that, right? We've got but I don't know if this is accurate, but I mean, so 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠, it's the store in Japan, released the Bat Cycle last Thursday or Friday, and the Bat Signal is also out. However, it's not out in Hong Kong. No secret base, no blogger photos, no official release yet. I don't know if they released it early and they weren't supposed to. Is this one of those mishaps where, like, remember how like certain like Walmarts or Best Buy would a video game like 2 weeks before it's supposed to come out? You're like, shit, call those people back, get the games back. Like, I don't know if it was something like that or what's going on. Either way, though, that Batman should be right around the fucking corner then.
He should be around the corner. He really should be, which I know that's so exciting to me. And I'm not buying any of this stuff. I'm not buying it. That's not my line. Like how the Dark Knight and stuff is to you, that's how this Pattinson Batman is to me. I like the movie, but I already said from jump, I was like, I'm not gonna buy into it.
You don't feel invested enough.
No.
Buy it.
Even if they make, and I know back in the day I said, well, if they make a Selena Kyle, that was. Even if they did, I'm kind of like, I got so many damn Batman. I got Bill.
Damn well though that you would buy a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman though.
Absolutely.
Like if they both dropped.
Absolutely.
Both movies, 2289 at the same time, and you can only get one.
Well, I would buy 92 Catwoman. I mean, for me, my Catwomen is Julie Newmar. My Catwomen is I can't remember, Eartha Kitt. And then the pinnacle. I mean, you got to give it to her. Michelle Pfeiffer rock that shit. She is the best Catwoman. Let's be honest. She truly is. She's the best Selena
Oh yeah,
Kyle.
she woke something in me all right in the theaters.
You ain't never
I
lied.
was
That
like,
made me a man.
I was
At
like,
11
oh,
years old, brother, that
yeah.
made me a man right there. I was
I
like,
know,
what?
I know. Dude, I almost want to pick up the quarter scale Iron Studio statue.
Dude, when is that dropping? I was going to get it.
Yeah, because I have my quarter scale Ripley, and I was like, well, if I'm in quarter scale for certain things, I already have Ripley.
They would complement each other because you
At
got
least
two
the same
badass,
scale, and I could be like, yeah, there's Catwoman.
two badass ladies, bro. That would be cool. Oh man, that would that would be
tough.
good.
It is tough, man. Julie Newmar is my Catwoman OG fan. Star Wars was just Star Wars. Pfeiffer is a close second. Yeah, man. And yeah, I agree. She was so hot in that movie. She was. It's just crazy, hot. Man. So
it's been no hotter. Don't get me wrong. Zoe Kravitz did her thing. I think she was beautiful in that role, and I love the dynamic. It's funny. I like that movie. It is. I call it a good. The Batman. I call it a good movie to watch when you're about to go to bed. It's always on when I'm going to bed, and it's comforting. And I go to bed, and I don't know if that's a strange way of saying that it's boring, but I like it. I do like the movie, but I don't need a whole. I don't need
a whole line for it.
I don't need the whole line for it. But I ain't gonna lie. Looking at the in art version, that figure is like, damn it. It's tempting. It is tempting, but I'm excited. I can't wait when that figure comes out because that's going to be direct competition with Hot Toys and NR. And I mean, oh man, we all going to talk our shit about it, so I can't wait.
Oh, I need to see that. And we talked about this before Saturday night, right? My show is that it's going to be really freaking cool. I'm excited. Like this is what it's supposed to be like. Collecting's supposed to be exciting, even if I'm living vicariously. Like a lot of us are going to be. It's exciting times because you're like, look, Hot Toys is going to have the 22 Batman. NR is going to have a 22 Batman. People will have comparisons and critiques, and some people are buying one, some people are buying the other, and some people are buying both. So it's going to be kind of cool to like, okay, these are both out now. What's different? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Like, let's talk about that. And then Yost just dropped his 22 Batmobile. So people
laughing all
Batmobile, and
he laughing all the way to the bank. He like,
yeah, bro. I mean, so to me, I'm just like, yeah, man. X-Men Supreme, bro. December, January is my best guess. Bob Dylan, of course, Anne Hathaway on the Bat Pod. Come on, y'all.
I'm waiting for that. Waiting for that.
Not to say, but see, I didn't watch that when I was 11. Like Batman Returns.
That part.
It was just something it hit different.
Come on, she was the best thing, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm going to say it. I love Returns for all the wrong reasons. It is a bad movie, but it's so bad that it's fucking good.
The reason Batman Returns is kind of a bad movie is that Tim Burton really just made a Tim Burton movie.
That's it. He didn't care about Batman. He cared about the villains. He wanted to make monsters. That was his thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was very weird with Catwoman dying a bunch and coming back to life, and the Penguin being all, but it was cool though. It was still a good movie. But it's not like that,
I say a line from that movie every day. My wife said something to me. She's like, "Oh, what you know?" I'm like, "Leave me alone." She was like trying to like, "Oh, you just looking at me." I was like, "Girl, I wouldn't touch you to scratch you." Use that line every day. Or was another one? You lousy minx. You sent all the wrong signals, and I don't think I like you anymore.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna start texting that to lousy. I don't think I like you anymore.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude. Oh, that's fucking funny, dude. Speaking of though, Jazz Inc. 89 Batmobile looking good. Jay, actually tomorrow, in 23 hours, I'm having Yost on the show here tomorrow.
Holy shit.
So if you're available and you want to come on and talk, because I know you missed last time when I had him on.
What time is that? Damn it, I think I'm going to be at
23 hours from now.
Fuck. I'm bad 23 hours.
So what time is it for you right now?
So it's going to be, I'll probably be at work or just getting off. So I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll definitely figure it out.
Okay, that's fair because we are going to talk about that, showing off a little bit of that 89 that he showed, the 22.
And the window was closing, isn't it?
Yeah. I think by end of year, but I don't know. But we're going to find out tomorrow for sure because he's going to have. He's going to have. I'm not even going to bring it up, Lil. I'm not even going to bring it up. He's going to have. I'll bring it up. but we're not having Astro Mouse, brother. Yeah, but no. So we're gonna talk tomorrow about it, about the 22, about the 22 battle. It's not, no. We had a deal, bro. Like we're done with that shit. I watched season 7 Clone Wars. I finished up the 𝗕𝗔𝗦𝗛𝗘. That's what you want me to do. We're not doing it anymore. You just can't let it go, bro.
He let that shit go.
You can't let it go. You know? I'm the Astro Mouse. He's part of the 510 club. I don't know. I mean, whatever, man. I love you, though, Lil. So, but yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and do that. We'll talk about some of the stuff of what's coming. I don't know. He'll be able to tell us for sure because I forget. I forget. Yeah. But pre-order is ending soon for the 89. I know that. He'll probably be able to tell us a specific date. Whatever. We'll go from there. I know a few people got the 22 Batmobile in already. Bob Dylan has it. Pretty badass. A couple people I know have theirs on the way.
Yep.
Again, I'm kind of with you. I don't feel that I need to collect it. Who knows? That could fucking change. But I don't feel like I'm like
it could
I need
change.
to go down to the 22 Batman.
It could really change. I mean, it does. Spoiler alert. This is what I think is going to happen with those two figures going head to head. I think everybody is going to be happy. I do. I want to be positive. I think, of course, it's going to have its scrutiny, but for the two price points, I think everybody's going to be happy. And I mean, for somebody like Yost that has a vehicle that goes with these figures, I can see very easily people going in. A lot of collectors going in saying, okay, my NR is going to be posing outside of the car, and then my Hot Toys one is going to be inside the car.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. JFK 21, what's up, my man? He says the Jazz Ink 22 is really nice. Mine is in great condition. Just don't ask a certain group. They will cherry pick a bad one and say that it's standard. And you're right. No, you're absolutely right about that. I mean, in fact, to the point where, Yost already came out and said it, and I talked to him earlier about it as well. We'll talk about it again tomorrow on the show, that there were 3 that had some paint issues out of 400 units. It's less than 1%. And he took care of all the customers, replaced them, and covered to and from shipping himself. So the customers who had any issues didn't have to pay a dime. So I was like, okay, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So blowing things out of proportion is, sensationalism is the new, I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna sensationalize things. I'm with you on that. So
this man has proved time and time again, if it's anybody that I would stand by and say I think is just a good person, I feel comfortable spending my money with, would be Yost. It's never been a time, and you could take that with a grain of salt. I know we're here on YouTube or whatever he comes on the shows, I get it. But even before I was like known in the community, how much I harassed them about, and they were a different company at that time. They were much smaller than they are now, about that Millennium Falcon cockpit, which I still love, and the response that I was getting, and how they were working with me, and it was like never. I would ask a question, 12 hours later I would get an answer. So I think he stands behind his company, stands behind his product. If you have any problems, contact them before you make posts, and and I've had people even ask me questions like, hey, I see this, and shout out to them. I'm not going to name any names, but I've had people come to me and say, hey, take a look at this. What do you think about this? Does this look, do you think I should contact? And I'm like, yeah, I think you should contact on that. And I think that's the good way to go about it. Ask somebody, maybe sometimes you need a second opinion. Ask a second opinion.
Sure.
And then contact before you go on a bitch fest, contact the person before, because you could probably fix that.
Dude, second opinions are tantamount in everything in life, right? Especially in our little neck of the woods here. Same thing, man. You had different opinions, for example, this morning about Wolverine. Lael had different opinions this morning about Wolverine. I have different opinions, and if you watch and you enjoy everybody, it's interesting to watch other people's opinions, but it is at the end of the day their opinions.
That's it.
And then you have a more informed, decision. You go, oh, okay, well, yeah, I see his point, over here. Maybe I don't agree with this one. And then, okay, Lael said, yeah, I kind of agree with what Lael's saying on, and then you kind of formulate based on it. It's always about you at the end. Like just become as educated as you can. And some of us don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. It happens, right? I'm like, I don't know what this is, but this is what I think. and read up on stuff. Watch people who you like to watch, inform your own opinion, and go with it after that, right? Because one may say something. For example, you said earlier you overlooked that. You're like, oh shit, I didn't realize.
Exactly.
So that's why it's always but you may have caught something else that maybe I missed, or just have varying opinions. So totally, my man. So but yeah, guys, I think we're probably gonna wrap from a certain point of view.
Yep.
Absolutely, man. So apparently complaints are currency. I don't know what currency, but look, I understand that sometimes there's drama everywhere, and people can gravitate towards that sometimes. Especially as a viewer, we all do it. Television, movies, celebrities, musicians, YouTube. Oh, what the fuck's going on? And you kind of tune in, you're like, oh, what's this?
It's human nature.
But if it's
how many times you drove down the street, you saw a car accident, you've been waiting, you were like, oh shit.
You're stopping traffic. You're like, what the fuck?
You want to see a little something,
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. The way I look at it is like, while that is kind of natural for humans to do, if it's all the time, it's just fucking exhausting.
Exactly. I totally agree.
Where I'm like, yo, I'm just here to collect. I'm here to, share the journey with people. Exactly. If I review something cool, if I like something, whatever the case is, it's exhausting if it's all the time.
And
it's like, why are you fucking collecting, bro? Like, this should be fun.
Right. Get out of this shit.
I'm fucking excited. I got stands for my Ghostbusters. Like, how nerdy is that? But that's fun. Like, to me, that's fun. Like, I was excited. I was like, oh shit, they're out for delivery. Like, yeah, man. Like, like, that's fun to me. Like, it should be fun. I don't want to like come into a commit. That's why I started a channel. I just want to be fun.
Exactly.
Anyway, exactly. After a while, anger just gets boring, bro. Like, I'm already angry with other shit in real life. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You want to have a fun time, man, and be fun with everybody. So I will just can ramble on forever. But guys, listen, we're gonna probably wrap tomorrow. 11, I think, 10 o'clock in the morning. I think it's 10 o'clock in the morning my time. Fuck, I don't know. Tomorrow morning, Yost from Jazz Inc. We will be talking with him here on the show. Jay may or may not come on. We'll see.
Okay.
And then Saturday night's show, I may be doing a couple of reviews here. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna do some photos, some detailed photos here with Crow Customs, man, because these fucking stands are dope. So I really want to show that off. I don't think I need to do a video per se, maybe like a short reel or something. But I'll do some photos and kind of show, like, because I'm shocked. I was like, dude, these are pretty fucking cool, man. I was excited. So other than that, guys, man, come tune in, man. Tomorrow, come tune in Saturday. Two away from 100 likes. Do appreciate it, guys, very much. We're close to 6K too, by the way, guys. If you're new, man, let's hit that sub button, man, if you enjoy this. And if not, hey, it's cool too, man. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. Those who cup of tea I am, I appreciate every single one of you. So, and Jay as well. Guys, I'm gonna put the link in the description if you haven't already checked out Jay. As mentioned earlier, Dale as well, man. Shout out, man. 16 scale, man. Watch out too, though, because I saw him. He's got a fake Instagram account out there.
Yeah, I saw that.
A fake Instagram account out there. 16 scale _ man. If you search for that on Instagram, what I did is I searched for it. I went to it. I clicked the 3 dot thing. I reported the profile, and then you can say why and say I'm impersonating somebody, and then you can then type in your box and type in 16 scale, man, and pull up actual lails and click it and be like, this is who he's fucking impersonating, and then I hit send. I think if everybody does that, immunity, right? People, then Instagram's gonna look at that. They're like, oh shit, look at all these people reporting that. So I would highly recommend reporting it, because not only is it a fake profile, but it's a fake profile that has a bunch of listings for selling.
For
selling figures. So I don't want anybody to get bamboozled, especially under false pretenses. I'm gonna actually try to pull it up before we leave, because look at this shit, dude.
I didn't see, because I heard him talking about it this morning, but I didn't see.
Yeah.
I was on the road.
And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I looked, I was like, dude, so if you look here.
Oh shit! And they're using his old logo.
Yeah, this is not Lail. So if you clicked, I'm not logged in, but the dots, whatever. If you were in your phone, you can go in and hit report, and then type in Lail's actual Instagram. But I mean, look at this, dude. Follow this page if you collect 16 scale figures. this is the most legit site, and I spelled that wrong, to get 1/6 scale figures online. I'm like, so
now I'm thinking that all that traffic, the follows, are all phony.
Oh, this has to be, but I don't
they
know.
They have to be phony.
Saying,
but it could be. But out of all, let's just say 11,000 are phony. But there may be 1,000 people that actually think this is legit. So it's like, yeah, I'm glad you got caught on. I'm glad he caught on to this.
Because you can look at that and be like, oh, okay, that's legit. He's got like, over 10K followers there. It seemingly looks kind of like a standard. Oh, that's, it's a legit, and you don't know. And you don't know. And you may have heard of or may have not heard of. And you're just browsing Instagram or somebody refers you to it and say, oh, hey, look, check it out, man. You can get some figures, bro. Yeah, not cool, man.
Now, if you're still generous up there, it's not him.
I know. I teased him earlier. I was like, oh damn, I just bought that generous tip from you, bro. But yeah, this is some grimy shit. So, guys, I just encourage you all to log in, search for this account, 1/6scale_man. And again, follow the steps at the top, report this account because, this could be a potential victim out there. Getting scammed, and nobody likes fucking scammers, right? Totally.
I've had 5
I know,
friends.
man.
Yeah, I've had 5 friends that have gotten hacked over the last year or so, and it was all come the same way. It was like begging for money, and one of these friends that was supposed to be my friend, I just had dinner with, and he paid for the dinner. So I'm just gonna say he's well-to-do. That's what I'll say. And they're just like, "Hey, man, I need some money." I was like. It's like, you need money? Really? I knew it wasn't him. I was like, okay, all right. I called my guy up. I was like, somebody
hey,
impersonated. Right?
I'd rather have a nice bottle of rum than a cup of tea. That works, man. You have tea? Sometimes. I mean, right now I got coffee, but you guys know what I'm saying. I may not be for everybody, so I totally get that. I mean, that's why there's so many people out there, man. So, but yeah, TK Magic, bro, really loving these streams. You guys are legit awesome. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you for giving us all this daily content. Hope your channels blow up even more. I appreciate, my man. I really do. My bad. I do, my man. David, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute, brother. It's not bad, but yeah, what's the problem, bubs? Yeah, I know, right? It's a little like at the end of the day, it's an all right figure. It's a good figure. It's a good figure. It's just not prototype, and that's okay. It doesn't look horrible. I'll end on that note. It doesn't look horrible. It just definitely doesn't look like the prototype, but we'll go from that. We'll go from there, guys. So I'm gonna end the poll because I totally forgot about it before we wrap. Bam, 165 votes here.
Ooh,
we got a 59% no to Wolverine. 40% yes. So hey,
split down the
course. For the course. That feels very Cobb Vanth. Because that's kind of like where my poll was yesterday. It was right around there, 45, 55, split. Okay. So, this one's a little bit leaning more heavy to the no, but we're pretty close. So, but guys, we're gonna wrap. I hope everybody has a great day. Come check us out, man. Come follow us, man, in the Facebook group if you haven't already. And come join the Discord, guys. It's so fun in there. And if you're a little confused at how the Discord works, I'd be more than happy to help you. CT will be more than happy. 1/6 Shape. Anybody in the Discord will be more than willing to help show you how to navigate. You can come in, hang out, chat with us in the voice chat, or just type in the general chat, share photos, man, ask questions, whatever you want to do. I put a link right now in the chat, guys. Come check us out, man. If you can't figure out how to work it, just message me on Facebook or Instagram. I will be more than happy to help you guys. A lot of people in there already. FBJ is one of them, my man. So, guys, we are out of here. You guys have a great rest of your day. And I don't even know what intro is going to happen or outro. But we'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace out. You guys have a great night. Day,
have a good
afternoon, evening. Bye-bye.